So it's called the script. That way, the script. Okay. And it's called the script. We're going to leave that and leave my thoughts for later. All right. The script is real. The script will tell you that you are not good enough. You're crazy just like your mother. And if you let it, the script will play over and over in your head. The script, if you don't break it, you will carry it on from generation to generation. The script will have you smiling for that mug shot, but from looking in your eyes, we can see that you're scared and we can see the fear. The script has you believing that wrong is right and right is wrong. The script was made to keep you bound and tied to the ground. The script has been well played out in families and in the world that it will have you ignoring the big white elephant in the room. The script has told you that you have to dress naked to make it. The script has told you to stay in dysfunction. The script is trying to redefine and banish us as men and women are the life givers of life. You came from a man, but you had to come through a woman. And it's definitely no competition. In confusion with a little delusion. The script will have you thinking that you don't want to get along with others when actually you just want to be left alone. The script will have you thinking that you can live your life any way you want. But we still gonna have to answer to the big man. What people don't understand is he is the only one who can make the final cut and say your script has ran its course. And this was inspired by Everyday News. And it is Everyday News, but it really got me this time because, we had Sinead O'Connor passed away, and when I think about Sinead O'Connor, I think she was such a rebel. You may not agree with all the stuff that she did, but Sinead O'Connor was a rebel, And, when you hear her story about how her mother was bipolar and how her mother didn't want her and how she thought she could be where she could love her kids, but the bipolar, is generational. Not generational, but it is genetic. That's what it could be. I don't know. We just gonna say that because I done read a lot of books during school here, and it says that it can be genetically inclined. So when I hear how her story went and how she was fighting to not be like her mother, but it says she turned out to be like her mother, I was like, man, to have to deal with that has to be hard. But what really got me was her last day. Okay, when her last days, or I don't know if it was her last day or what that I read, but it said that what she did was open up all her doors, all her windows. She opened her front door Now I thought, man, that is a cry for help. The neighbor said she opened up all her doors and all her windows. Man, to have to go like that was a straight up cry for help. A straight up cry for help, and mental health is real. That's why you have to be around people that's going to encourage you. And sometimes even when you are, I know it's a struggle, but some people need medication. I know it's different stages to it. I know it's different stages to it, but I find that when you keep yourself around people that want you to win and people that want you to be something, that makes a difference. It really does make a difference. And seeing your medical physician, that's all I'm saying. I ain't saying I'm bipolar, but I'm just saying, I read all these books and it just feels like you have to have a crew. You really do have to have a crew, and you have to have people in your life that really are for you, Know your boundaries, make sure you're healthy, take your vacations when you need to take your vacations, do what you need to do, take your naps. Okay, so that's that. My other thing was, what is my other thing here? And this is like a hard one. It's a real not confrontational, but controversial one. I don't know what's happening, and I'm just gonna if you heard what I read, you kind of know what I'm saying. But it seems like things are being redefined, you know. And some people ain't trying to be redefined because we already who we are now. If people want to branch off, you want to branch off, then go and branch off. But please don't try to redefine the ones, okay? Don't try to redefine the one. Just be you. Just be you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay. Um, I had showed my son a picture, and I'm gonna try to find that picture. It was last night. And I said, who do you think is the woman? I didn't know. And I knew who was the woman, but he didn't know because he don't even listen to that kind of stuff. He don't even watch that kind of stuff, per what I know. But your kids, I'm telling you, your kids, what I tell you, your kids will have you looking like boo-boo. But when I put those two pictures together, he didn't know. So that's where we had to have the conversation. Listen, pray. That's all I can say is pray, be aware, know what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with, and that's all I can say. Okay? So y'all, this one right here was a little touchy. It was a little touchy, but it's all about having conversations. I asked him which one is a female and which one is transgender. That was the question. Which one is a female and which one is transgender? I wanted to make sure I clarify that because my head ain't switched yet. I be trying to switch it. No disrespect intended, but I be trying to switch it to that because that's new language for me. So I just want to be respectful when it comes to explaining these conversations that I'm having. So I'm still trying to switch it over because it's a lot. It's a lot with the letters. It's a lot. So I don't think people are taking in consideration of we have to, listen, we have to get the wording right. And sometimes when your brain has not clicked to that yet, things happen. You may say the wrong thing and the wrong wording, and that's it. So I wanted to clarify that. That's it. Yeah, but if you really think about it, the script, this is my other parts to this. I just added this. The script got people out here smiling on those photoshops. We can see that you're scared, and you know who I'm talking about. You know, you did what you did. You do have a little smile on there, but we know that there's fear. But that's what the script does, especially if your mother has always said, I'm not saying you particularly, but if your mother told you to smile through that pain, you know how they be. Now, I ain't saying my mom was like that, because my mom was basically like, shoot, tell me what's going on. My mama kept it real. She kept it live with me. We had conversations, but people sit up here and be like, smile. No, that is straight up scripting. Okay. Then the other script, y'all, I be like, man, I could never be a pastor's wife. Never. Because when you think about all that stuff they go through and all those things that they have to deal with, they have to deal with a lot, and they just sitting up there, smile, hey, how you doing, Sister Sally? I feel like, what in the world? You cannot do that. But you know what really gets me? Is they always told you that one scripture. They gave you that one scripture. And I'm going to put it on the screen. But you know that one where it says it's better to, about the woman. It always talked about the woman. Hold on one second. Okay, y'all, I found it. Tell me if y'all can remember. Now, they always told you about that Proverbs 25:24, right? They always told you, and I'm going to read what it says here. Proverbs 25 and 24. It says, it is better to dwell in the corner of a house than in the house shared with a contentious wife. How many remember that? How many remember they used that scripture, but they never read to you? This is why you have to have your own relationship with God, and you have to read the Bible and ask Him to have you help you understand what is being said. But they never told you about Proverbs 25:19. They never told you this. Now I'm going to read it. You're going to go and read it for yourself, okay? Because it says, confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. I couldn't see because I have my glasses on. I'm going to read it again. Confidence in an unfaithful man in time of trouble is like a bad tooth and a foot out of joint. Now tell me why they never told you. Because it was a part of the script. When they said that about that woman, they should have backed it up about the man as well. They should have backed that up. But no, it's a part of the script. They drilled that in our heads. If you were a faithful goer, if you were a faithful goer, and this is not to discourage anyone, because I ain't the one to be sitting out here putting anything out about it. I'm just showing you what it says. Okay. I'm just showing you and taking you. You can read it for yourself, but I'm just showing you what the script does. The script. But back to what I'm saying. They have the women up there going through all that, but they never read that scripture. Read it for yourself. It's right there. I'm done with that. And I think I hit everything that I needed to say. But I also want you to always, people say things, make sure you can back it up with the word. And I never understood why when I first joined this church and my pastor, good good man, my first church I ever joined. And he was like, Bernita, always back it up with the word. And I have always put whatever I put out, I'm backing it up with the word. So you can know, you can read it for yourself. Read it for yourself. And there's other scriptures that I will bring out, as the content come. But it's a script. Some things are scripted, and we have put this stuff down in our souls, and we thought it was the right thing to do in some cases. Okay, we thought it was the right thing to do because it's been scripted for so long that sometimes it gets embedded, and when you know better, you do better. And this is not to put any badness about no churches. I mean, I don't have to put nothing bad. You either gonna see it for yourself because you in one, or else you gonna see it on the news. So that's, you have a personal relationship with him, and you hear, when he say, don't do it, don't go there, you will learn to follow. But this is not something that comes overnight. This is something that you have to, when I tell you that you have to get up in the morning, you have to thank him, you have to have your personal time with him. And that's your personal time. But that's how he starts working in you, and you can see the difference. You can see the difference, Y'all, that's it. That's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.